I'm going to go into this chapter with the utmost of optimism. I want to actually keep the small shred of hope that Kukisaki is alive, because the difference between what happened with her and what happened with Nanami had his entire torso blown up. Everything from the waist was paste, essentially. Kukisaki definitely looks pretty fucked up. I mean, like, her eye literally is in the panel. I actually saw the spoiler for this one because I was so worried about what was going to happen to her. And then I saw like this and I was like, oh, it's only part, like I saw the marking on her face like you see right before this scene. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just like kind of going to be like a bad burn. And then you see this panel and I was like, oh, it's just damage. She'll be fine. Then I saw her eyeball in the panel and it's definitely big damage. I can't deny that. I've already seen people being again optimistic, drawing her with like a very stylish eye patch. I'm perfectly okay with that. I would like that a lot because one, it would look good, but also I just want her not to die. I like Kukisaki. I feel like anybody who's gotten this far enjoys her. She's very likable. She's fun. And I like her design as well, just in general. And, you know, I really liked her fight a couple chapters ago. I thought she was clever, and she was showing her tactical, like, level of fighting abilities. And right when I saw Mahito go for that switch, and it wasn't like a combination, like he was going to re-merge, I knew things were going to go bad. Because it meant not, oh, he's just trying to get back, he's just trying to get back to his full power. It was, oh no, he's already got a scheme prepped up and he's gonna execute it. And that's when he managed to touch Kukisaki, and we ended up getting to this chapter, unfortunately. But like we started out in a backstory with her, and we're like seeing that like when she was like kid, she ended up getting like she moved to like the countryside with her family, and there was only like 19 kids in her school, I think it was said, like a very small. Like I went to a small school, but like this is way smaller, like aggressively smaller. There was like a couple hundred kids in my school that, you know, she's got double digits, barely double digits. It's like, geez, like you're gonna know every single person like by the end of that first day. But like she just, from what we know in her back, like how she was, it didn't surprise I think anybody that she was a little bit of a rough kid. She definitely seemed a little bit aggressive. Like, you see part where she looks like she's playing soccer and she's just beating two boys up and like taking stuff from them. And you see this other character, I'm pretty sure, like I actually have to go back and look at in regards to this girl, because I don't remember her in any other, like I don't remember her character if she's been in another scene, but I feel like we have seen her at another point in the series. I'd have to go back and look, but we're seeing like this other girl like narrate like what it was like to kind of, you know, be friends with Kukisaki. There's like parts where she's like, yeah, she would come over to my house and she would play with my dad at Smash Brothers. Like, he said some nice wholesome stuff in there. And at one point later, it's like, okay, she says that she found like a secret base, and it's because of that she like you know, it's what kind of like altered her character to kind of be like what we know her as. But there was a point where she's just like, because the village is small, it's hard to, she says it's harder to be a stranger here than but make friends. She just seemed to be kind of like this kid who wasn't really sure what she wanted to do, but at the same time didn't want to fit in. She didn't really seem to want to like get along with anybody. But here she finds some like really nice house. I do really like the design of the house. I think it's that giant like giant set of windows. I think that just looks fantastic. But you see this girl named Sayori, and she's bringing up how after she met this person that Kukisaki became more refined. And from what I would guess, just like looking at it, and I think a lot of people can make it out, it seems that what happened was she found like a role model. She found like a, you know, like an older sister type character, and she wanted to be more like her. And that's when she's like saying how she became more refined. She started to talk a lot softer. And I'm guessing that like I know that in Japanese there's like a way that you can speak essentially the same words, but it sounds a bit more masculine. And I'm guessing that she kind of probably spoke more like that, a lot more crude, and then like afterwards probably just like in general a lot nicer of a tone to the way that she spoke to other people. And we've seen Kukisaki as normal. We've seen like how she talks to people, just seemingly very, very casual, very comfortable, very again, soft. And then we've seen her pissed off, where she just lets out that like aggression, and it's not as much as like, oh, I'm pissed. It's like you're just seeing this, you're just seeing another side to her, and this side is a lot more brutal than you know, the one that she had moments ago. So like, that's what I think. I think that she found someone that she could look up to, and she wanted to be just a, she wanted to match that person. You know, you find just someone to emulate. And she like cried when the Sayori moved, and this other character, she's just talking about how like she was surprised to even see her cry. She wasn't even sure of it, like if she could at that point. And there's even more stuff later, like she's like when they're parting ways, when Kukisaki ended up going to like Jujutsu Kaisen stuff, she's sad. She's like, I wonder if she's gonna cry for me like she did for that other girl. And you can see her tearing up, and this is obviously a much older Kukisaki, and he's her trying really hard to like hold back any tears. And this part was unfortunate. They didn't need to do this part. Like, you had the Sayori chick, and it's like her at work, and then she's like thinking about like, oh, I'm glad that, you know, that little girl doesn't see like where I'm at now, because she probably saw her as like this very elegant and probably like prestigious woman, and now she's, you know, this tired businesswoman just trying to do whatever she needs to at her job. And then she's like, oh, well, I wonder what Kukisaki's up to. I wonder what that girl Nobara is doing. And she's like thinking to herself about how like she thought like crazy people were loud and, you know, just very high energy, you know, they'd be easy to step on other people's lives, and just to kind of be very like bolsterous over like her own personality. But she's remembering everybody. She remembers Satoru, she's remembering Maki, just everybody like in the main cast. And she's like, you know, I thought it'd be like that, but it ended up not being like that. She's just happy. I gotta look back at this Fumi girl, because I feel like she's been at a part, but I don't remember her very much. Like, I'm trying to think of her, and I'm just remembering that one girl that had a thing for Yuji, the chick that used to be like very heavy and then lost a lot of weight between middle school and high school. But then we get this panel, and like I said, I'm staying as optimistic as possible going into the next chapter. And we actually get an early chapter this week, so only 4 days to until the chapters come out. We'll probably get spoilers in like 2 days. I don't think there'll be really a point in checking spoilers in regards to like how she's doing, because the only way that it would probably even be like, oh, we're gonna see how Kukisaki's doing post this, it would be like if she died. I don't want her to be dead. I'm really hoping she lives, but I feel like the reveal that her living would probably like take place after the fight. And all the stuff Yuji's been going through, and like what we just saw, like how the level of damage that Mahito did clearly affected him, and now like Sukuna, and now what Mahito's doing has just been bothering the hell out of him, and now he's gotten somebody close to Yuji, so he's probably gonna like completely pop a blood vessel and go after him and just be ready for the slaughter. I'm really looking forward to it, but at the same time, thumbs up, fingers crossed, everything good for the hopeful survival of Kukisaki. But anyway, other than that, though, comment below, thumbs up the video, for the like button, subscribe button, check out more of the videos. But other than that, I appreciate everybody's hard subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.